Hi everyone, it's Melanie again with another episode of Scrap with Me. Today I'm going to be doing a 2-page layout using the Blossom paper pack from Close to My Heart. To start with, I've got these 4 strips that are 1/2 inch wide that I'm using to line the top and bottom borders of each of the pages. Again, as you're looking at this layout, you can use any paper pack and kind of match large pattern to small pattern. Yeah, it's up to you. This piece that I have here is a 2.5 inch tall piece, which you could just cut a 2.5 inch wide strip, but I'm thrifty, so I like to cut and use less. Then I've added this 4 by 9 inch piece of paper as a base, and again I've gutted the paper, and you can see that that little square actually came out of the gutting. It's a 2-inch square, and so yeah, I like to make my paper packs go as far as they can. Here I've got a 1 3/4 inch square that I inked around the edges with sweet leaf ink, and I'm just adhering that to the top of that. I believe it's called Sunrise colored paper. And then I'm adding 3 little flags. They are 1 inch, 1.5 inches, and 3/4 of an inch wide. I don't know the lengths on them, but they vary. And just tucking them under the edge. You'll see that I've forgotten to put on my photos in the middle. Got all excited about this sticker that comes with the paper pack. I don't generally do a lot of floral layouts, but I'm pretty excited about this one. I really like the design of the paper pack. So here I am getting this piece of paper. It's 8.5 by 4.5 inches, yes. And then I had this kind of photo frame from this stamp set called Insta Life. And I stamped these photo frames, cut out the edges and the insides. I used a rock and roll technique, so they're actually stamped in the sweet leaf, but then I rolled them in crystal blue. The paper color has glacier in it, but crystal blue is pretty close to that, so I'm just adding a sticker there to the side of that little photo frame, and then moving on to my second page. I'll come back to that first page in a bit, but I'm just going to get the basics down. Again, I've got that 1/2 inch border that I'm adding to the top and bottom of the page. And then I'm doing a very similar reflection on the layout. I've got that 2.5 inch piece of pattern paper. Yeah, 2 inches wide by 2.5 inches long. And so that gives enough that photo mat will overlap with it. And again, that one was 9 by 4.5. And then we've got this piece of paper that's 8.5 by 4. And again, I've got these photo frames that I stamped from the Insta Life package, and I haven't put in my photos yet, so what I like to do is I just adhere the bottom, and then I can just tuck the photo behind and complete the adhering after I've chosen which photos I want to put in. I'm doing the same thing with these little squares at the bottom. I'll put some small photos on those eventually, but I do like to kind of do my layouts first, and then I go through my photos and choose what suits best. So now I'm going to add some of these embellishments. Again, I have the flags on the first page, and I'm just going to add some to the second page. I don't think I remembered to measure these, so I think they were about like 1.25 inches. This one probably 3.25, or sorry, 3/4 of an inch. Again, this other one would be about 3/4 of an inch wide, and then another one that's about slightly less, maybe 1/2 inch. So I've got those sticking out the top. I've got this lovely little journaling spot that I'm going to add to the edge of the page and kind of let it overlap so it increases the continuity of the page. And then these flowers, I can't get enough of these little, kind of like little buds. They almost look like tulips. Of course they're not, but just these little buds on this sprig of green. It's just lovely. And then I've got a few more of these flowers that I'm going to add to the bottom right of the layout and just make a little cluster there by overlapping them. And you can see I've laid them out down so that they hang over the edge just ever so slightly, but then I'll go ahead and trim them down afterwards. Again, all these products are close to my heart, and so they just coordinate so nicely. And I used to love going to stores and buying things that were from different lines and coordinating them in these totally unique and unheard of ways. But just for time and sanity, I am really getting into buying kits. And so this is a close to my heart. Paper and complementing stickers, and I just love it. Love kits. So then I also had stamped out this marquee alphabet and did stamp it in the crystal blue, and then cut them out very carefully. It's the kind of thing that you do when you're watching an episode of whatever random shows on Netflix. And I just used a regular Tombow adhesive to adhere them. I could also have used a glue pen because there are some fairly delicate parts, although there's enough of a thickness on these letters that they should stay down okay. And then I had gotten ahead of myself on that flower and realized I ran out of space for the title. So I'm going to put the title on and then take off that sticker and kind of readjust it so that it doesn't overlap or anything like that. The nice thing about these stickers is even though you had seen me kind of rub it down, it peels up okay when I still want to do some fixing, and that's actually really nice. It gives a little grace for creativity and mistakes. So then I've got the layout kind of settled, and I just wanted to add some of these little pearls. The pearls are kind of an off-white, and I have these little tweezers that if you kind of bend the plastic while you take them off, it's really handy for the slightly smaller sized pearls. I can deal with the larger sized pearls pretty easily just with my fingers and not get them stuck all over. But I find that if I am dealing with the small pearls, my fingers touch the adhesive on the back and it just makes it slightly less sticky and it just irritates me. So anyways, that's the layout, and here are some close-ups. I hope you've enjoyed this, and if you have any questions or want any specific videos in the future, let me know. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.